Hey, I hope your journey with God is doing all right. And if not, that's perfectly fine. Because today I want to talk about making it more about Jesus. There's this worship song that's called Heart of Worship. And in the chorus, it says, I'm coming back to the heart of worship, where it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. It got me to reflect a bit about how I've been focusing more in my life for the past few weeks. I realized that where your focus is, there your attention will be. Or is it? I think it's the other way around. Where your attention will be, your focus is. Something like that. My focus and my attention has been more about school. It's been more about my feelings, about the things, adjusting to changes, traveling, commuting. It takes up a lot of brain space. And then when I get to school, it's about adjusting to the changes, about what the professor says, about, oh, I gotta hang out with my friends. Oh, I have this assignment to do. The focus has always been on not Jesus. And of course, it's impossible, I guess, to live a life and just spend like 24/7 consciously thinking about Jesus. But it was more like worshiping other things other than Jesus. You know that feeling when you feel like you feel a bit guilty that you aren't getting closer to God because you used to, and then now you just hit like a plateau because you became busy. And what went from like a very strong, intense connection, it just becomes, what's the word for it? Lackluster. And I genuinely thought it was because it was like a test. Like, oh, I'm being disconnected from God. And that's why I've been feeling this way. But I realized where your focus is, your attention will be. I've been actively not spending as much time with him, alone time with him in the silence, feeling his presence. So of course I wouldn't feel disconnected. Like I don't see my family that often because my sister, she goes to school like in another place. And of course, I'd feel a bit more disconnected because physically I'm not with them as much. I don't talk to them as frequently compared to the holidays. So of course, I'd feel a bit like something is missing. It's like there's a bit of a disconnection. The same thing is with our relationship with Jesus himself. When we don't give him the attention that he deserves and the focus that he asks of us, then of course we'd feel a bit disconnected. He's always paying attention to us. And like we just have to acknowledge that he's there, that we feel seen by him. And I really want to work on that more. I've had this misconception that it's the more sinful or unholy I am, the more God doesn't want me to be around me or something like that, which is completely false. I learned today that heaven and earth aren't actually that apart. There's like an overlap in it. And like this could be through the church. There's like God's home, God's house. But the Father sent Jesus to basically bring heaven and earth together. Like in the Bible, it says, let your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Like we recite this so many times, but I never really got to contemplate what it actually means. God wants heaven and earth to be as one. In fact, that was the plan at first before we fell into sin, which made us separated from God. But let your kingdom come to earth. It isn't just when we die we go to heaven. God actually wants heaven and earth to be together on earth as it is in heaven. There's supposed to be a new heaven and earth where we can live together. It just goes to show that he never left us or made us feel deserted. It's us paying attention to something else that makes us think that we aren't connected to him. Just like when you don't talk to your childhood friend for years, of course you'd feel disconnected. Sure, you had the memories and you know deep down that you still care for each other, but there's a bit of a disconnection there. So go to him, or rather feel him right now in this present. Pay more attention to him. Even if you're just sweeping the floor, pay attention to him. Like feel his presence as you're washing the dishes, that he's washing them with you, smiling, praying for you, caring for you. While you're doing your homework alone, but you feel him granting you the wisdom and strength because you are not alone. He's there with you. He'll always be there for you. I hope you remember. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Amen.